Without knowledge of learning, one will ultimately have no military victories. These words of wisdom, along with many other, have come from the samurai culture. This quote in particular has come from the samurai Imajwa Sadeo. Have you ever wondered what a samurai really was? If so, I'm sure it was along the lines of someone being dressed in all black, wielding a long samurai sword. Samurai are much more than just that. They were the feudal Japanese warriors who lived by the Bushido, with a strict warrior code that was the center of every samurai's life. The Bushido that every samurai lived for had such an influence on the ancient samurai culture that it can still be seen today. For example, the kamikaze pilots of World War II were ordered to crash into the American warships while believing this was a great honor and was for the good of Japan. Another good example would be society studying martial arts and the two-handed swordsmanship technique taught by those martial arts instructors. This technique was created by Miyamoto Musashi. Both of these examples can be found at www.nb.com/IPUS/SMG//samurai_ESSAY.htm. The Bushido that we were speaking of earlier has 7 essential parts. G, which is making the right decision with the right attitude. U, which is bravery and heroism. Jin, which is the universal love and compassion for mankind. And Ri, which is the courtesy. Mikado, which is truthfulness and sincerity. Melyo, which is glory and honor. And finally, Shugo, which is loyalty. This information can be found at edcactnow.cac.us/act/now/deficten.htm. As you can see, the samurai have pretty distinct values in which they live by. But we cannot forget about the dark and ugly side of the samurai as well. Samurai are warriors, plain and simple. They were trained to kill and fight. They start training as young boys and are taught by their fathers, uncles, or older brothers. Around the age of 14, the young samurai has a coming-of-age ceremony where he would receive his first adult name. Samurai fight in individual duels against each other to gain honor and move up in the rank structure. All samurai seek to die with honor. If dishonor is too great, then he would commit seppuku, which is a form of suicide. The samurai used many weapons, such as the katana, which is a long, curved sword, the wakizashi, which is a short sword, and many variations of the bow and arrow. It was considered a direct insult to touch the samurai's sword. They believed their sword and soul formed one major unity. Now, the wakizashi I was talking about earlier, with the short sword, was something along the lines of that. Whereas the katana, the long, curved sword, is that one right there. Samurai were also expected to be educated in history and literature. The samurai Nabeshima Naoshi once said, "Intelligence is the flower of discrimination. There are many examples of a flower blooming, but not bearing fruit." This quote has come from the website American King, KANGDUKWON.com/samurai.html. In conclusion, I have discussed not only what a samurai was, but what has defined him, how he lives by the Bushido, the types of weapons he would use in war. The samurai were highly skilled and educated warriors who believed in the 7 values of the Bushido. Once again, the 7 values of the Bushido are Ji, Yu, Jin, Ri, Makoto, Melio, and Chugo. And most of all, samurais will choose death for dishonor.